A search is underway in Winnipeg tonight for the remains of an English Air Force veteran. This week, a woman had her father's grave exhumed to put him to rest in a more meaningful place. But when the disinterment happened this week, the grave was empty. With more on what happened, CTV's Michelle Gerwing joins us now live. Michelle, where did this happen?
At Green Acres Cemetery, Marilee, just outside Winnipeg, right before Deacon's Corner. But now how this happened is still a mystery.
Elizabeth Patrick never really knew her father, but spent the last decade learning more about his service as a Royal Air Force glider pilot and his life in Canada after the Second World War.
I've been able to check census records. He was in Saskatchewan at one time. He was in Winnipeg and he was in Alberta.
His name was Sergeant Gordon Patrick. When he died in 1973, he was laid to rest in an unmarked grave. It's here at Green Acres Cemetery. She had him exhumed this week to be reburied in Ontario next to her military son, who died 3 years ago.
Because when we're gone, they'll have each other. And that, to me, is the most crucial. Even though my son never met his granddad, they will be together.
Elizabeth lives all the way in England and was floored when she says the cemetery called with bad news.
I didn't, in my wildest dreams, ever think that he was going to say to me, "Your dad's grave is empty."
These are the only photos Elizabeth has of her father's unmarked grave. Video of the same section of the cemetery taken Friday now has a mound of dirt covered with a tarp. Green Acres Funeral Home and Cemetery confirmed it is working with the family, but did not confirm the grave's exact location, adding it's possible the passed down records it has weren't accurate, and the winter conditions at the time of the burial may have led to inconsistencies. The cemetery is actively conducting explorations of the grave sites surrounding the unmarked space in an effort to locate any possible remains, the statement went on to say. Patrick, although shocked, takes comfort in how much effort is going into finding her dad's remains.
Everyone is working on this from the top down, and I suspect that they will find my dad, whether tomorrow or the next day or the next day.
Elizabeth hopes this can all be resolved soon, as the reinternment is already planned for September in Burlington, Ontario.
Michelle, how did Elizabeth Patrick track down her father's grave?
Well, she got his records from the Last Post Fund. It's an organization funded by Veterans Affairs to deliver funeral, burial, and grave benefits for veterans. Now, in this case, the Last Post did not return our request for information, but Veterans Affairs sent a statement saying Elizabeth has to go through the cemetery to figure out what to do next.